Hey, it's Meg. Welcome back to my channel. Today's Junk Journal with me, I am going to be doing day 10 of Junk Journal January, and the prompt for today is pop of colour. So for yesterday's page, I did the collage and stitching, and to be honest, I loved it so much that I kind of wanted to do a similar thing today. But just do it maybe with a twist, slightly differently. I'd definitely say if you have done something before in your journal, don't be afraid to do it again, because there are different techniques you could incorporate, maybe different colorways, different layouts, or even just doing a similar thing again. It just means that you like it, and so that's what I'm going to do for this page. It's also nice with these kind of small little daily challenges to kind of work on different techniques and things. So like the July Junk Journal challenge, I felt like I did a lot of like tea staining and working kind of through different pages. This time around I am bringing in more painting and stitching and kind of the mixed media, like textural elements. So that is what I want to do. So for my twist to make this slightly different on this page, so I thought maybe a tag, because I've enjoyed working on a few different tags in some of my other prompts. So like for this one, and then for the pocket that we made way back on day 2. Or I thought the other one that I could do potentially is I have a postcard. So this is just kind of like a sepia, almost black and white postcard. And I thought that this could give me a nice background to then do my like pop of colour with some flowers that I've picked out from the same book as yesterday, and then my thread again. Now obviously, because of the size of the journal, this isn't really going to work as a piece this way. I'm not sure whether to pop it this way maybe and have it as like a tip-in perhaps. Maybe I could make it something on the page where you can flip it up. I'm not sure. I kind of don't want to like cover the page, but I do really want to work on this element. So I don't know, I might tip it in. That could be an option, or I might just work just on the postcard and then maybe come back and work the postcard into your journal. So if you're finding it a bit overwhelming to maybe be doing like full spreads in your junk journal every day, then you can always take the prompt and just do kind of like bits of ephemera or like snippets of things for your pages, so that you've got things to come back to maybe when you've got some more time. So that is definitely one way that you can approach these prompts. So I'm just going to fussy cut some of these flowers that I have chosen here. Having this will be a nice contrast against the plainer background of the postcard. And I'm undecided whether I'm going to do the back or the front. So I think if it's going to be a tip-in element, it won't matter because I can work on either side of the postcard anyway. But I'm just thinking where I might want to have this as the focus. But I'll see once I've cut it out. I think I might try laying it out on the back and then maybe on the front as well. And then just see, because once I've picked which side I want it to go on, obviously coming in and doing my stitching, unless I do it really neatly, there's going to be kind of, you know, the tying off on the reverse of the postcard. So I might then have to come in and do some collage on the back of it if I wanted to include it as a sort of tipped in element in my journal. Okay, so I'm kind of leaning towards having it on this side of the postcard, but let's just entertain potentially what this side would look like. I mean, it kind of works as well because it's obviously neutral. I just think I will prefer this. So let's maybe do it this way round, and let's pick, maybe if I go like up here, and then I can have this as some journaling space. So I'm just going to kind of arrange these where I think I might like them. And I'm not too bothered that they're going to overlap too much because they are quite large on here anyway. So let's see. And what I'm doing as well is kind of having petals sort of layering up. So this petal is over this one, but it's underneath on this side, and then this petal's over the top as well. So I think that gives it a nice layered look. I think that flower is technically upside down. I just want to add some textural elements to this first. So they aren't all going to be seen, but it's just something that I can add as a background element just for some more interest on the page. So I'm going to keep these pretty neutral. It's just background elements that kind of ground the flowers a bit so they don't look like they're kind of floating around on the postcard. I think I might trim that. I don't think I want the whole thing. I think I want to also add some book page. So with book page, you can see this one, I don't know if you can hear, it's quite thick in comparison to this one. So I'm going to use the thinner one just to make sure that I don't have too much bulk on this. And I'm going to pick a bit that also has some of just the plain paper. So this is really fragile. So as I'm crinkling it, it's kind of falling apart a bit, but I quite like the look of that. So now I'm going to come in and stick my flowers down, and I'm not going to press them down too much just yet because I know that I'm going to want to come in and kind of move things around and lift petals up and things like that. So for example, for this one, I know I want to have this petal coming over kind of on this angle, maybe here. And then I'm also going to have this hang off the edge a bit, which will give a nice effect, I think. And then I'm just going to make sure that I cover up some of these bits of the flowers here. Okay, so there's roughly the collage that we've got going on. Okay, so it's time to add my stitching. So I think based on this, I might kind of keep it to the little kind of lines here, and then maybe some of these too. I don't really want to do anything too intricate because I feel like we've got a lot going on here, so I don't really want to detract too much from that. So I've just gone through the front there just so I could see where I was going with this stitch. And then I'm just going to go around in different areas on this just to add in that nice detail of some of the stitching. And then I'm just going to work in some small bits of darker thread onto this. Okay, so there is our finished little kind of stitched collaged flower piece. It looks a bit messy on the back, so we'll ignore that for now. But I think maybe I might just trim or maybe fold. Oh, that's an idea. Maybe I could fold this. Hold on, here's an idea live on camera as I'm thinking about it. What if I fold this up? Okay, it's kind of ripped slightly, but I'm thinking maybe I could secure that with some tape. Hold on, let's see. If I secure this maybe with some tape like this. So I'll just pop this all along the bottom because that's quite fragile. So I'll just trim it there and there. Doesn't matter what this looks like because I think I'm going to stick this down. So this way then, if we have that is kind of looking tidy, and then what if I sewed up these ends here, and then maybe it is like a little pocket for a tag if the tag is maybe a bit shorter, because I don't want it to be like too much on the collage. Like so. And then, or like this way maybe. Oh, like that way maybe. That works, doesn't it? And that can be like a nice little tuck spot. That way or that way. So I think maybe I'll use this soft pink. I've not used this one before, but this might be a nice one that won't detract too much from what's going on. So let's see, let's get a little bit out here. And see, this is the joy of just kind of doing these different prompts. I had no idea when I started this that I would be making a little kind of tuck spot pocket out of this postcard. I just thought I would do a collage, but as soon as I tried to put it on the page then I thought, oh, okay, maybe I'll snip it off, like chop it. And then I thought, oh, what if I fold it up? So it's like trying different things, running with them, seeing if it works. And you can see how it's a completely different idea than what I did yesterday, really, because now we've got like a pocket element, and maybe I'll put it on this side of the page, or it can even still be a tip-in, really, can't it? Because I can do it this way and then we can cover up on this side. But it's just nice to have done a kind of pre-done element almost. So yeah, so I'm not too bothered about what it looks like on this side. So what I'm going to do is just kind of poke my holes, and I'm going to use the line here of the postcard as my guide, so that's really handy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'll do the same here on the other side. So that's pre-done, and then now I can go in starting on, let's see, starting on this side. Maybe I'll come in through here, and then I'm going to come round here and then up through again the back so that my stitch goes on the side. I'm sure there's a term for that, I'm not quite sure what it is, but it looks nice. And then maybe I will come back up through the holes again and do like a bit of a crisscross kind of look to this. So there we go, there's our sewn edges. The back looks rather unsightly at the moment, but we will work on that. So then now I have a nice pocket that I can add my little tag into. So what I'll do for now is I will just paper clip this to the page and then decide later on what I want to do. So that is everything for today. That is the pop of colour prompt. I think we've done quite well with adding a pop of colour and making an interactive element where we have a nice little tuck spot as well, and some sewing, some collage, repurposing an old postcard. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed journaling along with me, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.